Hi, this is Pete Gary with the Boca Voice. Welcome to Fact or Fiction Friday. Today we are fortunate to have Steve Abrams, our county commissioner, with us. Steve, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure to be here.
So tell us a little bit about what the county commissioner does and all of the things that we have going on in our county, and specifically a little bit about what we have going on in Boca Raton.
Well, the county commissioner is comprised of 7 elected officials from around the county, and geographically, Palm Beach County is the largest county east of the Mississippi. I represent the southeast and coastal portion of Palm Beach County, which includes Boca Raton, of course, where I'm from, and then Delray Boynton, east of Military Trail, and all of the coastal communities up to and including the town of South Palm Beach. So I'm kind of a fortunate county commissioner in that my district is comprised mostly of municipalities. I have 12 municipalities in my district. They set their own tax rate, they do their own land use.
Which do you represent?
Oh, you want me to name all 12?
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. We'll see if I can pull this off here. Boca Raton, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, and then, as I said, the coastal. So Highland Beach, who are we up to? Highland Beach, Ocean Ridge, Gulf Stream, Briny Breezes, Hype Biloxo, Lantana, Manalapan, the town of South Palm Beach, and the village of Gulf.
Okay, got it.
So we handle, at the county level, first of all, we're the municipal government for the unincorporated area. About half of the county, it does not fall within a municipality. We handle all of their municipal type services. Beyond that, land use and zoning in the unincorporated area, social services throughout the county. We also operate facilities such as the Palm Beach County Jail, the Palm Beach International Airport, which of course everyone uses throughout the county. So,
including our current president.
Yes, yeah, we handle all of the logistics involved in that as well. So, keeps you busy.
I'm sure. So tell me a little bit, so that does impact a little bit, because we've been going through, a lot of people wonder why our annex issues that we've had in Boca Raton, and some people wonder why even our local politics has happened when we have current voting issues that impact some of our local politics, and they wonder why, well, geez, weren't we allowed to vote on something in East Boca, like the wildflower property, and they wonder why they weren't able to vote on it. Because they're out west.
Correct.
Versus you handle all of the services like the county fire department, the Palm Beach County Fire Department handles out west, or the sheriff department handles out west versus the Boca Raton Police Department.
Correct.
So those are things that fall under your purview.
Yes, absolutely. And we try not to double charge. So for example, if you're a resident of the city of Boca Raton, which has its own fire rescue department, you do not pay the separate fee that people in the unincorporated area do for county fire rescue services.
And that's what I think a lot of the residents don't quite get. I don't think they understand a lot of those
Yeah,
things.
no, well, a lot of the problem, especially for newcomers to the community, is that the unincorporated area has a Boca Raton address.
Right.
So, when I was mayor of Boca Raton, I used to get a call at least once a month by someone from someone who would say, Mayor, Boca Raton is such a beautiful city, but I don't understand. Once you get past around Power Line Road, the landscaping isn't as good. It's not as pretty, not as nice. Are you treating us like second-class citizens out here? And I would say, well, because you are second-class citizens. You're not in the city of Boca Raton. Right. But, of course, since that time, standards have improved throughout the county. I don't think people in the unincorporated area have those same complaints, although a lot of people are often jealous of the beauty and ambience of Boca Raton.
Well, ironically, we actually had a person that ran for city council this last round, Andy Thompson, who almost got attacked based upon the fact that he had a Boca Raton address, and because he moved a quarter of a mile, people didn't understand that.
Right, but people should understand, of course, is that it's all one economic area.
Right.
So we all know people who may live in the unincorporated area, but they work in the city, or they live in the city of Boca Raton, but their kids go to school outside of the city. And people go shopping, to restaurants. They don't ask, are you in the city limits or out of the city limits? They just go to the places that they like to frequent. So it's, these are differences sometimes without a distinction.
So what are some of your challenges as a county commissioner that you're trying to impact?
Well, just as a public official in general, public safety is always our #1 priority. Here we're now in the rainy season, so we have Zika rearing its ugly head again. At the county level, we are in charge of mosquito control throughout the county. We do the aerial spraying and other initiatives to try to tamp down the spread of Zika, which we were successful at last year and hope to be successful this year. So public safety, it's also hurricane season. We have a very sophisticated emergency response and emergency operations center that we activate. Unfortunately, we had opportunity to activate last year, although worked out with Hurricane Matthew that it was really more of a test run after years of not having any threats to our coast. So that's, of course, of interest and importance to me this time of year. And then beyond that, we're handling, we have our countywide budget, and residents of the cities do have a line item on their budget for the county because, as I mentioned, many of the services that we do provide are countywide. So, for example, this evening we have our first big county workshop on the budget, and we always try to hold the line on taxes here in Palm Beach County as they do in the city, but of course there are always increasing demands for service. And then beyond that, we have all the growth management issues that local governments have, in particular in the case of the County Commission, development in the central western portion of the county, which is really growing, and we want to see grow in an orderly fashion. The agricultural reserve is often in the newspaper for some issue or another that is going on out there. So those are the general issues that we deal with.
That's great. So what else could you tell us about what we should know about as residents of Boca Raton as we impact the county that we should know about going into either the summer or anything that we should know about the county?
Yeah, well, my role as a commissioner for all of these municipalities is really to assist and supplement their efforts.
Sure.
So they themselves don't have a lot of issues in particular going on at the county level, but we are in a position oftentimes to assist. So whether an example is the Lake Wyman Restoration Project,
sure,
which is currently an initiative of the city of Boca Raton, something sort of near and dear to my heart. I remember years ago when we had the really beautiful canoe trails there. It's all become overgrown and a total mess, and yet it is just a beautiful part of our coastal community here. And so the decision was made by the city council, helped along by my efforts at the county level, also tapping into some regional funds through the Florida Inland Navigation District to restart that jewel in the city and clean it out and add recreational amenities, add the canoe trail again, and also do some environmental mitigation there. And that's sort of a prototype of an example where the county and the city can come together. There are other examples where we assist the efforts of our municipalities, and that's really the role that I've been playing in addition to all those countywide issues
sure,
that I mentioned with respect to my particular municipalities.
Listen, I think you've done a great job, and I know that the city loves working with you personally as well as your staff.
Well, I mean, one of the advantages, especially in Boca Raton, but throughout my district, is that I spent 17 years in local government
sure,
at the local level. So I really, understand the challenges that they face. I also understand that I was at the local level looking up at the county and the state and the federal government and understand how they can sometimes impose their will on the cities. And so I'm very cognizant of that, try not to do that. And I also just, have known our local elected officials for so many years that I just, I'm able to have a rapport with them personally and stand ready to assist and enjoy doing so. And I kind of take pride in the fact that of my city, sometimes you'll have division on an actual city council or city commission, and yet all of the members of those bodies sometimes contact me personally, individually,
Sure.
for counsel and advice, and I'm able to do it on an even-handed level, even though I know this one don't like that one, but I stay out of those weeds, and I think that's been a key to my success in representing District 4.
Well, I think you're doing a great job. And we appreciate you joining us today, and thank you for your support, and thank you for doing everything you do.
Yeah, no, I see you on Facebook all the time doing your interviews, and here you've lasted a whole year, so that's something to, you should be commended for that, of course.
Thank you.
And you've been a great addition to the dialogue in the city of Boca Raton.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on Fact or Fiction Friday. We look forward to seeing you next week, and don't forget to follow us online and on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you. And Steve, thank you for joining us.
My
We
pleasure.
appreciate it. Thank you.